Today we have the long-awaited, very long-awaited comparison of the two GW2s. Today we'll finally figure out whether the new generation became an upgrade that fixed the mistakes of the previous one, or as usual, a downgrade. Let's start with objective things. The body on the old one is Paduk with a poplar veneer on it. The new one is just roasted mahogany, painted all over. The neck here is a 5-piece roasted maple with Paduk inserts. On this one, it's just one piece of roasted maple. The fretboard on both is Indian rosewood. The weight of the old one is listed as 3 kilograms, and in reality it's almost exactly 3. The new one is said to be 2.5, in reality it's 2.3. I told you they didn't put enough guitar in there. It would seem that 6 grams is not a big difference, but it's a very noticeable one. The bridge on the old one is a standard Geico bridge, which Chinese manufacturers still put on many ultra-budget guitars. Here in the top piece, which comes with the bridge, there is even a hole to adjust the truss rod, even though the truss rod is adjusted at the base of the neck. And there is 0 fret. The new one has something proprietary and no 0 fret. We'll come back to the bridges when we discuss the improvements and downgrades later. The nut width and neck profile are declared to be the same on both models. The frets on both are stainless steel, and that's where we start with the pros and cons. On paper, both have stainless steel, rounded and polished frets. But as it turns out, not all steels are created equal. On the new one, the frets already show visible wear, while on the old one, they're like brand new from the factory. I could assume it's because I don't play the old one enough, but it's not like I play the new one either. Continuing with the neck, in my opinion, the 5-piece neck on the old one is better. Putting aside stability and strength, it just looks nicer. And it kind of feels like it does hold the tuning better than the new one, but I'm not sure about that. About the body, the shape is identical, but the new one is a little bit thicker, which is mostly noticeable at the neck joint, which might be less comfortable for playing the higher frets. Not that I know what to do with the guitar past the 7th fret, but maybe it matters to someone. In terms of overall build quality, the second generation is objectively made worse. Noticeable crooked gaps in the neck pocket, paint runs, all that stuff. But the old one isn't perfect either. From the factory, the slot on the 5th string was cut badly, and the string was buzzing against the 0 fret. I had to file it myself. In the new generation, the nut is different and there's no 0 fret, so they just solved the problem completely. Going back to the Geico bridge on the old one, it's full of compromises. First of all, the scale length and string height is adjusted using these little screws in there, and I've successfully lost one in the first week, and then I had to look for where I can order replacement for it. Second, it was installed in the wrong place, so the scale length on the 6th string cannot be fully adjusted. The saddle is moved all the way back, but the string is still a bit sharp on the 12th fret. These tuners are very stiff and my fingers just can't handle them. So it's very important not to lose this little crank to be able to tune the guitar, which luckily adjusts nicely with a magnet, or just use thicker peaks and adjust the strings using these slots here. And lastly, palm muting. On this bridge it's very hard to do. The problem is that this edge sticks further out than the string saddles, so you either have to move your hands away from the bridge and lose some tightness in the sound, or try to press your palm down to reach the strings. By comparison, the new bridge is just a breeze. The saddles and overall construction feel just like a normal guitar, except for the tuners, which are back here. But there are also nuances with the new one. I once took this guitar with me on a trip, and on the very first evening, the first string just slipped out of the top lock right here. And of course, I had no tools, that means no guitar either. To be fair to Eart, they noticed this problem pretty quickly, and on the new guitars that I saw right now, the top lock is different, with 2 fixing screws. But if you are buying a used one, it's something to look out for. Next is the weight. The old one is heavier, but because of that it has great balance, while the new one neck dives if you sit placing it on your right leg. But if you just take a cable, as you can see, Fender solves the problem. To sum it up, pros of the new model: it's lighter, the bridge is 100 times more comfortable, and to my taste the pickups are more interesting. But here everyone should make their own conclusions from these sound demos. The cons of it: build quality and the frets. The pros of the old one are it's built better, and it looks more interesting due to the choice of woods, but again, it's a personal preference. The cons of the old one are atrocious bridge, and it's heavier than your mom. In short, as always, there's nothing perfect. And the question arises, which one will I keep in the end? To be honest, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll find the same type of bridge as on the new one, and put it on the old one, dealing with the weight. And maybe change the pickups as well. Or I'll just don't bother and stick to the new one. After all, it's more comfortable due to the weight, and there is no need to mess around with modifications. If I didn't have either of them, I'd probably take the new one. It's being sold for a bit cheaper than the old one, plus considering the bridge replacement, the old one goes beyond the budget at which it makes sense to consider it. There are more interesting options there already. I hope this video helps someone to make a decision, and if it did, you can thank me in the comments. And if it didn't help, write anyway, maybe I forgot to mention something and can answer your questions down there. And for now,